Assalamu alaikum and welcome to the new social studies lesson of the week. This week we are going to start our new unit. That is unit 3, Life in the Sea. Meaning we will be learning about the animals that live in the seas in the UAE. But before we begin, do you know we're starting our new month? Yes, April has finished and now the May has started. That means the new month brings the new value of the month. Just like April's value of the month was friendship, just like that, the value of the month for May is tolerance. Do you remember celebrating Year of Tolerance last year in 2019? Yes, you do remember. That means you will also remember the meaning of tolerance, right? Yes, tolerance means that it is an act of accepting someone or something, whether you like it or you don't. Well, let us continue our lesson and we will learn about life in the seas in the UAE. So first come the learning outcomes. What will we learn in this lesson? What will you be able to know by the end of the lesson? You will be able to identify different types of life in the sea near the UAE, and you will also be able to understand the importance of sea life to the UAE. Now, let us revise our key vocabulary first, the important words that we will encounter in the lesson. So let's repeat after me, everyone. Marine animals, dugong, sea cow, reptile, mammal. Good job, everyone. Now I will tell you about the marine animals in UAE. What exactly marine animals mean? Animals that live in the sea are called marine animals. More than 500 different kinds of fish live in the waters near the UAE. Wow, look at this beautiful underwater picture. This is the marine life, the underwater life, and the animals, the fishes that live under the water are called marine animals. Let's continue. There are very small fishes like seahorses, and there are very big fishes like sharks. Can you see the picture of the seahorse and the hammerhead sharks that are found in the waters in the UAE? There are reptiles also like turtles and snakes, and there are mammals like whales and dolphins. And mammals must come to the surface to breathe air. Do you know why? What is the difference between reptiles and mammals? Reptiles are animals that lays eggs, and mammals are animals just like us. We humans are also mammals, and we don't lay eggs, right? We give birth to babies that looks just like us. So the animals that are mammals also give birth to animals that looks like them. But the reptiles like turtles and snakes, they lay eggs. Do you remember in English we learned about some sea animals and we read about turtles? That they spend most of the time under the water, but when it's time to lay the eggs, they come out of the water and they go to the ground to lay their eggs. That means they can live both in the sea and on the land. But mammal animals, they are in the sea, but they cannot stay under the water for too long and they have to come out of the water for some time to breathe air. Let's continue our topic. Now there is one special animal that is a mammal that lives in the seas in the UAE, and it is called dugong. Mammals called dugongs live in the waters near the UAE, and they're also sometimes called sea cows. Do you know why? Because they are very big like cows and they eat grass like cows, but they don't eat the grass on the land. They eat the sea grass, the grass that grows in the seas. So that is why they're called sea cows. But they're never alone. They don't eat the grass alone. They have small yellow fishes with them called pilot fish that eats with the dugongs. In this picture you can see dugongs with the pilot fish. Then Dugongs can live underwater for 6 minutes between breaths. Like I told you, it is a mammal, and mammals cannot live under the water for long, and they have to come to the surface of the water to breathe. So, the maximum the dugong can spend under the water is 6 minutes, and after 6 minutes, they have to come up to the surface to breathe. And once they breathe again, they can go under the water for 6 more minutes. And since they are mammals, they don't lay eggs, they give birth to baby dugongs who live with their mothers for nearly 2 years. In this picture, you can see mother and baby dugong. How sweet! Now you can copy and paste this page number 26 from here and paste it in the paint, and you can do the activity called brainstorming. Now, do you know which animals live in the seas near the UAE? List as many as you can, and you can also take help from the next slide here, which has the answer key. You can write as many animals that you know can live in the seas in the UAE. Then we will come to the social studies book, page 27. Here we have two activities, activity 2 and activity 3. Activity 2 is comprehension check. That means you will name at least 5 different marine animals that live in the waters near the UAE. You can also take help from the pictures and animals I told you previously about. And then we have activity 3, that is discuss. Why is the water near the UAE a good home for dugong? You can discuss it with your moms, with your brothers and sisters, that why there are dugongs in the waters in the UAE. And the next one is, why do you think pilot fish are often seen eating with dugongs? The yellow pilot fishes, why do you think they are there with dugongs and they eat with dugongs? And you can also take help from the answer key on the next slide here. Then we will come to page 28, and there is an activity, describe. Some marine animals live in shells. You can see these 6 shells here, and there are 2 boxes under every shell. You are going to you can going to you're going to use 2 words from here, or you can also come up with your own words and describe each shell how it looks, right? And you can also take help from the answer key on the next page here. Then we also have optional activity sheets with the answer key. You're going to look for these words, the marine animal names here, and cut them off. You can also check your answers from the answer key here. Then we have YouTube videos that you can have fun while watching and learning at the same time. You can watch these, but remember, the YouTube videos are for educational purposes only. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Do watch the videos and do the activity sheets and the pages from the social studies book. Have fun, everyone, and I'll see you all next week in the next lesson, inshallah.